What's up guys, Fortune here with Jackalmen Games, bringing you what I believe is going to be the final video in my Pokemon Trading Card Game Online tutorial series. This one involves what the next step is after you've already gone through several theme decks, you've gotten comfortable with the game, and you're ready to go. Now it's time to build your own deck. So there's a few ways to build up your own card pool, which is just continuing to play in theme ladder so that you can get some wins under your belt, get some more coins, and get more theme decks. Those theme decks, especially the newer ones, will generally come with staples that you'll need, so you can build up your collection that way. You can also go into events once you start getting a decent amount of these tournament tickets up here and start going into themed tournaments. This is basically a 3-round, 8-person tournament, single elimination, so you play through and the last person left gets some extra prizes. And let me see, so for instance, the reward for this one, if you get first place, is 2 Sword and Shield booster packs, 1 random standard booster, and 200 coins. So those rewards can stack up pretty quickly once you get comfortable with your theme decks. But I assume that you're all here because you want to build your own deck, so let's go and show you how that works. So from the main screen here, you come up to this middle or second icon, click on Deck Manager, and then click on Create a New Deck. We'll be doing Standard here, but this will apply to pretty much anywhere. If you do go to somewhere like, say, Limitless TCG or anywhere that has deck lists that have a copy and paste option, you can just click on this import button and it will immediately import the deck into the program here. But I'm going to show you the normal way to do it. So we're going to click on standard, and I'm going to build up a new Obstagoon deck. That's one of the decks that I've been wanting to try out in standard. So we're going to go ahead, and I've already got my deck list planned out. I've got it written down over here to the side. So we're going to do Zigzagoon. Let's see, how many of these bad boys do I have? I've got 4 Zigzagoon, 2 Lanoon, 3 Obstagoon. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can always just click under My Collection and start typing in the Pokemon's name to pull up the things that you own. Lanoon. And 1, 2, 3 of those. And then, or I think it was 2 of those, and 3 Obstagoon. 1, 2, 3. And just 2 of those, right? Yep. Alright, and now, let's see. So, I know for a fact that I don't have this next card. So when you go to search for a card that you don't have or think that you might not have, you can click on Show Not Owned, and this will show you every single card on the program. So now I can search for, how do you even spell this? There it is. Yveltal GX, right here. And if you add that into the deck, you can see that it's grayed out there. So that's basically the deck telling you that you don't have this one card. Now, let me see. Well, there's an easy way to show you this. Alright, so you see that I have one of this Aerodactyl here. When I add it in, it shows up just normal, just like the Obstagoon line over here. But if I add in a second one, then that second one shows up gray. So it will also tell you if you don't have as many copies as you need to build the deck. So you pretty much just go this same way until you finish building out your list. So I'm going to cut this here real quick, finish typing in all of my cards, and bring you back to the deck list and show you where to go from there. Alright, welcome back guys. So we have finished building our deck, and you can see that there's several Pokemon that I have added in that I don't have. These Jirachi are going to be expensive, but that's alright, I've got quite a few packs. So, let me see, I think I only need one trainer, which is that Drill. Oh no, I need some Rosas and some counter gain and a Stealthy Hood. Alright, so there's quite a bit that I need to trade for. So, in this game, the way that you trade is with tradable packs. You get those from the tournaments that I mentioned earlier. When you win any packs from those, they're tradable, which means that you can give them to other players in return for cards. Or every code that you get from a real life pack is tradable as well. So these are basically in-game currency that you can spend to get whatever decks that you want. So I've got about 60-ish Sword and Shield ones set up and ready to go. So I am going to click Save on this deck, and it will tell me that I don't own all the cards for this deck, and would I like to tag the missing cards as wanted? Yes. So now you can name your deck. This is Sword and Shield Obstagoon. There we go. And I think that's how you spell Obstagoon. Alright, and then you get to customize some little things like the coins and deck boxes and card sleeves. Let's see, which one do I want? I kind of like that one. Do I have anything else that actually fits like thematically? Not really. Alright, deck boxes. What is that? That's Zorora. Or Zoroark. I like... One of the cool things is that it will also give you a set of deck boxes based on what's in your deck. And I don't really have anything that fits, so I'm just going to go with this dark deck box. And for the card sleeves, we'll just grab these guys right here. Alright. Now, it'll tell you your deck's not valid, you can't play it, blah, blah, blah. Basically, it's just saying that because you don't have all the cards in your collection. And it's been saved, and you can see here by this triangle that it's not playable. So, now we head over to the second button again and click on Trade. And, let's see, so you can go to Public Offers, click on Acceptable Trades Only. That means that it will only allow you to make trades for items that you have. So for instance, you can see here, this is a trade that I can make, a Sableye for 4 of my packs. If you don't click this, then you can get things that you don't own. Like for instance, they would be giving me 8 booster packs for a golden reset stamp there. So we only want acceptable because that's what matters to us. And then we can click on this cards here and click on I am getting tagged for want. This will mean that the only trades that will show up now are the items that we have for want that are being given to us for the packs that we have available for trade. So we just click apply here, and then this will slowly start generating itself in. And let me see. I'd be getting all of that for a Zacian, and I've got 3 Zacian. I kind of need the other Zacian though. Alright, so it's always worth mentioning to double check your trades over here on the right where it says I am giving, because you can look here and see that Jirachi's worth about 24 packs, but then immediately underneath it you see that somebody's giving Jirachi away for a pack plus 3 things. You might think that that is 4 packs, but when you double click on it, you see that it's actually 3 packs in Zacian, and you might not want to get rid of the thing that isn't the booster pack. So let me see here. I'm going to go ahead and grab the Stealthy Hoods that I know I needed. It's going to cost me 2 packs. Now you might want to take a little bit longer and browse through all the offers before you make a choice on which one that you want. But I have a ton of packs to burn and I'm not really concerned about it. So I just pretty much go ahead and go with one that seems decent. So 4 Stealthy Hoods for 2 packs. Sounds pretty good. So now I know that I no longer need the Stealthy Hoods, so I can actually double click on another one of these offers, right click on the Stealthy Hood, and click off of this heart symbol. That means that I no longer want that card, so when we go back onto this page, the Stealthy Hoods will not show up anymore. So, let me see here. So there's a Jirachi going for 24 packs, Jirachi going for 23 packs, Jirachi. It looks like the lowest that I can see for Jirachi is 23 packs at the moment. So we're going to go ahead and grab that one, assuming that it's still there. And I'm going to click off on that. And the trade servers do take a while to load every now and then. So somebody's giving away a Rosa for 5 packs. Dangerous Drill, probably 4 Dangerous Drills for 1 pack. So you can't really ever give away less than 1 pack. So anytime you see like a playset of something that you want for 1 pack, it's a pretty decent trade. And I just go ahead and take it. Sometimes you can get, especially at the start of a set, people will be giving away like an entire playset of commons from the newest set for just a couple of packs, and that's usually a pretty good way to build up your collection as well. So, yeah, I'm just going to keep going through this until I've done the same with all the cards that I'm missing, and then we'll have our deck ready to go. So I'll see you back in just a few seconds. Alright, I'm back real quick because I did forget that there's one tip that I wanted to mention to you guys. If you're not really seeing a lot of a specific card that you want to check on, you can always come up to here and type in that card's name. So for instance, I'm looking for Virizion, and this will only show acceptable trades under your parameters for that one specific card. And then you can kind of just sit here and wait for a moment to see how many populate. It doesn't look like this is a super popular card to trade away, so for 2 packs it seems decent. I'm going to go ahead and grab that. Alright, and then I'm going to do the same thing for Yveltal as well. Just because Yveltal didn't seem to be coming up a whole lot. I might need to type in a little bit more of its name if nothing shows up here. There we go. So now this guy's giving away 4 packs for a whole bunch of stuff. Or is wanting 4 packs for a whole bunch of stuff. And this guy's doing 3 packs for less stuff. But I don't necessarily need the other things, so I'm going to go ahead and grab this one. Alright, so yeah, again, rinse and repeat until you've got everything that you need. Alright guys, we are back. So unfortunately, every now and then it does happen that you can't find some of the cards that you're looking for. Try as I might, it doesn't look like anybody is currently trading this Tyrogue, and it doesn't look like anybody is currently trading this Countergain. So we are going to have to replace those in our deck. That should be pretty easy though. The Countergain being lost kind of hurts because it really can help out this deck, but that's okay. So anyways, we go back to our deck selection here. We click on this icon right here, and we can remove the cards that we do not have. So let me see. Are there any cards in here that I would benefit from having just an extra one of? An extra Professor's Research wouldn't be terrible. I did get an extra one of those, right? So we'll grab an extra Dangerous Drill, and we'll grab an extra Professor's Research just to fill out the 60. And this is the first draft of this deck, so it very much may change later. But there you go. Now your deck's built, and you're pretty much ready to go. However, I like to try out my deck on the AI just to make sure that it runs the way that I expect it to. So from this screen, I can click on Test Deck, and it will put us in a match versus the AI. So we'll run through one of those real quick just to kind of see how the deck works. I know the general idea of the deck, but I haven't actually gotten to play it myself. Now again, the AI is not super smart, so it's not exactly... One, they're not super smart, and 2, they're not always using up-to-date cards, so it's not a real test of your deck. It is pretty much just to see if your deck runs as expected. Alright, so I'm not sure that you want to start with Zigzagoon. You want to kind of play it to get those extra damage counters out. I guess that we start with Mimikyu here. And I am going first. That's unfortunate. What is this? GX have... Okay, gotcha. So you can play this card only if you discard a Darkness Pokemon from your hand, discard a Pokemon tool or special energy from one of my opponent's Pokemon, or discard stadiums. Alright, so how do I want to get started here? I think I want to Quick Ball. We're going to Quick Ball away a Rosa, and we are going to look for... Also, I placed Zigzagoon down instead of waiting to play him so that I could get the damage counter off, because I'm just a terrible human being. I'm going to go ahead and grab our other Zigzagoon, maybe? No, I think I'll go ahead and grab Jirachi. And we do have our switch, so we can switch into a Stellar Wish. And Stellar Wish will get us a Marnie for next turn. Alright, and that is our turn 1. And Jirachi wakes up. That's nice. I have no idea what type of deck this guy's playing. Obviously grass fighting. He filled up his bench real quick, and he doesn't get to stun or poison me. We do get a Darkness Energy, so we can attach that now. We'll go ahead and Stellar Wish after the Marnie. We did get our escape board off of that, so that's good. We can drop that, and now we can Stellar Wish without an issue. We got Switch, Marnie, I've got research, so I kind of want something to use. And I do have quick ball, so I mean, none of these are super helpful. I think I'll just pass because I'm going to Professor's Research. So we quick ball away a Professor's Research, and we look for our Zigzagoon, play that, and we deal 1 damage here, and then... Oh, I've already Marnied for the turn, so I don't get to do that. I could retreat, but I don't think I have to worry about Jirachi getting knocked out this next turn, so we're good to go. Alright, so an Acrobike discards Pokemon and probably grabbed him that Steven, so he gets to search his deck for a Team Flare Grunt. That's disgusting. Luckily, I don't have any energy on my active Pokemon currently. I also don't know off the top of my head what Obstagoon's attack is. It's a 2 cost, okay. So we're going to drop another energy here. We're going to drop Pokédoll. And then we'll research. We did get another Pokédoll. Let's go ahead and play this Mew. And we will Stellar Wish. Looking for... Let's see. Evolution Incense, that's the right play here. Evolution Incense out one of my stage 1s. Lanoon. And then we are finally almost ready to get started. In fact, we can go ahead and get started because I can swap in our Pokédoll with a Night Slash here. Very small amounts of damage, but at least it's better than not doing any. Does not stun and poison our doll. And we did get our second Lanoon, so we can go ahead and put that down. We will drop 1 energy here. We will use Pokédoll's ability to discard itself. Pull up our Jirachi. Play our other Pokédoll. Stellar Wish. Evolution Incense. And Evolution Incense will get me my first Obstagoon. And Obstagoon, I believe, puts 3 damage counters on a Pokemon. So let's hit... I don't know. Let's hit... He's at 60. Yeah, we'll hit this guy. And then we'll retreat into Obstagoon. And we will get Obstruct. So now none of my opponent's basic Pokemon can damage me. So that was kind of a clunky start, but I think I see the idea behind it. Team Flare Grunt gets rid of an energy, but I've got plenty more in my hand. And that is a basic Pokemon, so he can't harm me. So I can go ahead and attach this energy here. I can switch to Jirachi, Stellar Wish, out a Quick Ball. Then I can retreat back into Obstagoon. And Quick Ball discarding... Let's discard Dangerous Drill here. And we'll grab this guy. Just to kind of get another card out of our deck and also to have something there in case something dies. You also don't usually want to have this many Pokemon on your bench as an Obstagoon player. Because you don't want things to be able to be hit, but Mew kind of helps us around that with its bench barrier, where it prevents all damage done to your bench Pokemon by your opponent's attacks. They can still kind of gust around me, but, you know, there's only so much that you can do. So we're going to Marnie now. Didn't get anything worthwhile, so we'll just continue obstructing and take another KO. And yeah, this is pretty much set up. The only other thing that I could really be looking for is a second Obstagoon. And if I do get a second Obstagoon, then I can drop it this turn, KO my opponent's Pokemon off of that 30 damage, and then get get another KO potentially, depending on what he swaps into. Um, so I've got 21 cards left in my deck. I think I want a Marnie. I can Pokecom. That's probably the smarter choice. And pull out Obstagoon. That lets us get our KO here. And now we can Marnie. Alright. And an Obstruct gets us a 2-turn KO on this Tropius. Also putting 30 damage onto the Tropius instead of our opponent's active probably wouldn't have been a bad choice either. Either way, it would have led to a 2-turn KO. Because I would have gotten the KO there, and then he would have came up, and then I would have had to get the KO this turn. So it wouldn't have really changed all that much. Do I have anything that I want to skateboard? I guess that we can do it here. We can Dangerous Rod. Just for fun, we'll get rid of this guy. And then Ordinary Rod. Do both, why not? I don't even know if we have any energy. Yep, one of each. And Obstruct for the KO. Alright, well, we're stocked on candy, boys. Alright, I do get the one shot here. And there's not really much more that I can even do. I can retreat into my Jirachi down here. I can get rid of my Pokédoll with its effect. I can do a couple of small things, but honestly, at this point, just keep punching into my opponent. He can't hit me because he doesn't have any evolution. Or I don't think he does. This might be. Yeah, he does have an evolution, so he could have taken some damage there. But AI didn't swap into it, and it is what it is. So there you go. There is how to build a new standard deck to start playing with after you get done with theme decks. And there's a quick little learning game that I just had with the Galarian Obstagoon. So I hope that you guys really enjoyed this tutorial series. If you have any questions, feel free to mention them down in the comments below, and I'll answer them to the best of my abilities. And yeah, I'll be doing probably my theme deck corner starting up soon. So if you want to see that, be sure to subscribe to the channel and come back and check them out. And I'll probably be doing some streams of climbing the ladder here soon too. We'll see how that works out though. Other than that, guys, I'll see you around.